Okay, Google Maps is on drugs, and it keeps trying to take me down abandoned roads. Joshua trees are just one of those weird, wonderful things in the world that make me really happy that they just exist. I suppose they're not really a tree, but you get the idea. And I just kind of want to give them a big hug, except that would hurt. Just happiness. Joshua trees are happiness. Tuck found this on our walk. He did not want to give it up. And there's dog slobber on it. That's a desert tortoise shell. There are tortoises in this desert. And supposedly it's really good luck if you find a tortoise. But I'm not sure if it's good luck if you find the shell of a dead one. We do need to put it somewhere up out of reach of the little one, because he really likes it. So we are putting it way up out of his reach. I know that's very disappointing to you. Very disappointing that your mom would not let you eat the tortoise shell. It's kind of unpleasantly chilly and windy outside, and I think it's time to hit the road. Aurora har. I keep on having a lot of indecision about where I want to go and what I want to do and how fast I want to get there. And today I've decided we're driving a really long way down a dirt road. This was definitely not on any original plan, but we're a little bit down the dirt road and we might as well go the rest of the way. There are a couple of interesting things down here, so that's what we're doing. Gates are one of the situations where having a co-pilot would be handy. It's just a little bit magical driving through a Joshua tree forest. I'm hearing, but I'm not seeing a lot of aircraft. And I don't know if the GoPro is capable of picking that up. Oh, there it is. It's right up there. It is, of course, teeny tiny in the GoPro, but it's there, which makes me really hesitant to fly the drone. It's legal to fly the drone here. I am on BLM land, but I'm not going to do it when I've seen one and heard at least 4 aircraft flying over this area. And they're not flying all that high. So, I mean, I am well within the legal bounds of flying a drone, but makes me uncomfortable if there are military aircraft flying around. Oh, there goes another one. That's real low. Now it's gone. But those aircraft were flying lower than these mountains up here. And I know that's going to look like a whole lot of nothing on the GoPro. Like, you're going to see the mountains, but I swear there were military jets flying around low. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I'm sure they're doing important training maneuvers or something, but it really seems like they're just joyriding around the desert. What we're approaching right now is a dry lake bed. A playa is what they call it out here, and It's not dry. It very much does not look dry. It looks like the road goes through the lake bed, so we may not be getting to where I was planning to go because we may be stopped by this road. We have to see what the road conditions look like when I get up here just a little bit. But from this distance, it looks a little concerning. There goes another one. You can hear it. I can't see it. It's a little higher in altitude. This is the Delemar dry lake bed, which is just one of a lot of dry lake beds that you can find in this part of the country. We're not driving on this. Nobody's driven on this for a while. It looks like they've graded the road, but man, no. I am not driving the Jeep back this. There is way too much water. Oh, look at that mud bog. Yeah, no, we're not doing it. This whole dry lake bed looks the same from here or whether we continue down the road. Down the road, you can see tracks in the lake bed where aircraft landed because the United States government used this as an experimental aircraft landing area during World War II and after World War II. But yeah, this is not safe to drive on to get to the actual tracks. So here's the lake bed. It's pretty cool. There goes another one. You can hear it, but I can't see it. So many aircraft flying over here. 20? I've heard at least 20. All the aircraft I'm seeing flying around here and hearing flying around here are because we're near the Nellis Air Force Base. There are at least 2 aircraft that have landed here on this particular lake bed, and one was an X-15 that suffered engine failure, and the other was an F-104 Starfighter chase plane piloted by Neil Armstrong in support of one of the X-15 missions. So, kind of cool. Military stuff happening out here. Okay, Google Maps is on drugs and it keeps trying to take me down abandoned roads. So that road we were just driving on is an abandoned road. So I have loaded up on X and we're popping over to another road that should get us to where we're going, which is a ghost town. And it will be a 4-wheel drive road at some point, but Google Maps keeps taking me the wrong roads, and these are not actual roads. That little road I was just on, nobody's driven that. And there were no tracks from anyone else. Yeah, it's an abandoned road. So we are no longer utilizing Google Maps to find this place. And the road that Google Maps was having me drive down is not even on X. So, yeah. And if you weren't driving a Jeep, that would be a really inappropriate road for Google Maps to suggest. Road. Wait, I thought I turned off Google Maps.
Turn right.
No, we're still not turning right there. That's not the right place. Okay, I thought I had turned off Google Maps, but apparently I didn't, and it's still telling me to turn places that are inappropriate for it to be telling people to turn. Google Maps has gone off the rails, man. Like, from what I could see, I would be fine driving down that road because I have a Jeep, but I could recognize that it wasn't the right way. And what if Google Maps is sending somebody out here who can't recognize that and doesn't realize that that is not the right way to go? I wonder if they're using AI, and if that's why the directions are so very bad lately. Like in Utah and Nevada, I've had some really bad Google Map directions. This looks much more appropriate. And I suspect it's going to turn into a four-wheel drive road. But yeah, Google Maps, man, there's some serious issues. I just Googled it because I was super curious. Yeah, Google Maps is using AI. That ain't good, man. That is not good. AI maps ain't ready for prime time. I guess it's good to know that, and when I'm in areas like this, I should be looking at my good old-fashioned paper map, which I have. I just keep thinking more about the maps and them using AI, and that is actually really dangerous. It may work fine in cities where there's predictable traffic patterns, predictable routes that don't go off-road, roads that actually are roads. But out here, that could lead someplace in the middle of nowhere, in the Nevada desert, in the heat. It's not hot now, but you could get people stranded out here and they could die. That's a realistic outcome of someone blindly following Google Maps out here. And maybe you'll say, oh, they shouldn't be blindly following Google Maps, and they shouldn't, but we're human. And we make mistakes, and sometimes we make poor choices. And Google Maps is helping them make poor choices by using AI technology that is not familiar with the external factors that could cause harm to someone. I don't know if I'm explaining that in a way that makes sense, but yeah, it's bad. So instead of Google Maps, I have Onyx loaded up, and that seems to be a much more accurate map because it was mapped by a human driving a vehicle here. Now we're on some bumpy road. I can actually see the mine that is attached to the ghost town straight ahead. And Google Maps is still trying to tell me to turn off inappropriate places. That's crazy. We are on a proper, bouncy, rocky four-wheel drive road now and have about a mile to go down it. And stuff is falling. There's the remnant of a little building right there, and more up ahead. Are you so very happy to be out of the car? We made it, despite Google Maps. This is a ghost town, the Delemar or Delemar ghost town. It used to be a gold mining town, and it earned the name the Widowmaker because so many people died in this town from silicosis, which they got from mining the gold. So many miners died. And you can see mine shafts up on the mountain. And not much is left. Some old fallen down buildings, which look pretty cool. And we really are in the middle of nowhere here. Like crazy middle of nowhere. You gonna go in there? Yeah, you can go in there. It's a good boy. Oh, but what a view you would have had. I mean, the beautiful view is not worth the dying, nor is the gold worth the dying, but neat place. Let's go check out that stuff over there. I've got all kinds of just random pieces of metal laying around. I don't know what any of these buildings were for, whether they were houses or machine shops or other things necessary for the mine. I don't see any information about it. There's a bazillion tin cans around. Maybe that was some kind of ore cart at some point in time. Look at that beautiful view you get out over the valley. This is a pretty good sized building, but not much left of it. And there's a cool old looking car over there, but I don't feel like walking all the way, so I'm sending up the drone. On my little walk around, I'm not seeing what looks like the biggest, most intact building. So we're gonna take a little drive. Sorry, bud, it's gonna be a little bumpy. I don't know how well you can tell that, but it's bumpy. You doing okay with the bumpies? Tuck's very happy to be out of the car, even though that was a very short drive. This is neat. Whatever it was. Look how thick those walls are. That's like, I mean, at the bottom, at least 5 feet. Built like an old Spanish fort. With the tapered walls. What's the best way to get up there? There is a little road that goes up there, but the rock was super loose and I was losing traction. So we didn't drive up to it. Ah, there's a little path. Super cool. Oh, there's a lot of rubble in there, buddy. I don't know that we trust the integrity of this structure. I have zero information about what any of these buildings were used for. I mean, they were used for the gold miners, but what did the gold miners use them for? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Here's a big, really big metal thing. Looks like it might have been like the roof of a cylindrical building. And yeah, you can see tailings from all the mining activity up there. I'm kind of glad I didn't drive up here because there are so many nails in the ground up here. These are all nails. Okay, hop in. Hop in. Good boy. It feels unseasonably warm out there. I mean, it's probably not that warm, but with the sun and nothing to block the sun in the desert, it's pretty warm. So it's not all that warm, it's 59 degrees, but it feels quite warm. And look at this cool sandstone, mudstone formation here. That looks pretty neat. It's just neat. Like, how did that come about? I don't know, but it's neat. And there's a couple more rubble buildings down the hill. And one more stop real quick. This is what's marked as the old mill. And I don't really know what mills were used for in gold mining, but this is the old mill. Maybe it's where they processed the ore to separate the gold from the ore. I don't know. We can get a better view of it right here. And honestly, it looks like that might be a building you can walk into, but these don't look like something you should be walking into. What are those? Those big triangular things, or whatever they are, shaped things. There's a bunch of them. And there is the view over the valley. My goodness. And there's that dry lake bed way out there that I chose not to drive onto. What a really spectacular place this is. A lot of riches were made here, and a lot of tragedy was made here too. Yeah, what are those, Tuck? Those are very interesting. There's no water here to separate the gold from the rock. So whatever method they used, which I'm assuming is what they use these buildings for, is to separate the ore from the gold. It didn't use water. Or maybe this was kind of an initial processing place right here, and then they sent the ore off somewhere else. I don't know. I just took a look at the satellite image of this place so I could figure out how to get out of here. We're not leaving the same way we came in. I only came in kind of a convoluted back way because Google Maps was sending me off in random directions and I had to make up my own way to get here. But there is, from what I understand, a better way to get here and to exit. We're heading back the road I've already driven up and down on, and we're gonna go drive by that interesting car because that looks like the way out of here. There is the interesting car, and there's a lot more ruins up here. I mean, these are almost completely destroyed, but there's a lot more of them. And down the road is one more building. There must have been a lot of people living here. I don't know how many, but a lot. There are a lot of buildings. The road we're taking out of here, which is the real road to get there, is in much better shape. I mean, it's still pretty bumpy, but it's a real road. You could bring a Subaru on it. You might want to pick your way very carefully here and there, but you could bring a Subaru on it. And the views are just mind-blowing. One more quick stop, because I can't not stop at a cemetery. Robert Corkish died 1915. Oh, can't read that one at all. Etta E. Frank, 1873 to 1896. Oh, she was young. 23. This little cemetery is pretty hidden in the brush. I would not have actually known that it was out here if I hadn't seen it on the map. Don't know who was there. There's a lot of unmarked graves here. A lot of them. Like they probably didn't have tombstones to begin with. And some of them had a kind of a marker, but you can't read it anymore. Richard Gordon died 1907. And this is just a bunch of unmarked graves. Like, I don't know how many there are, but there's a bunch. Fred A. and Agnes Horn. Cyrus Horn. So this is the Horn family. You've got a lovely view for eternity. Oh, yeah, that's just really destroyed. No idea who is there. All right, we have paid our respects to the miners and their families. And I'm kind of starving. And I don't think I'm anywhere near someplace to purchase food. And I really don't have much left in the Jeep. I've got like a jar of jalapenos and some tortillas. I need to go grocery shopping really badly. And I'm gonna go look at the map and see if there's someplace to get food within like 50 miles. It looks like the nearest town of size is Caliente, which is about 30 miles away. So that's where we're going. We've made it to Caliente, which is nestled in this lovely little valley surrounded by sandstone cliffs. And see if there's some place to get a sandwich or groceries or something to eat. It's not looking super promising. Well, there's a gas station. Family Dollar. I suppose they probably have some sort of food in there. That does not sound appealing. I do need to get some gas. So let's stop at the gas station and then I'll take a look and see what's around here. Pretty small town, but they do have a grocery store. So I'm gonna see what they have to kind of eat immediately. And then once I get to a slightly larger town, which is probably gonna take a little while, then I'll make a real grocery trip. I got a Thanksgiving sandwich. They actually had really good looking stuff in there. What all is on here? I don't even know. Cranberry sauce, stuffing, turkey. It's pretty good. I'm gonna finish my sandwich and then we're gonna drive out in the desert and find some place to park it for the night because I am beat. We are not too far outside of Caliente, and these are teepee rocks. They're pretty neat. Can't see them as good from here as you can down the road, but we'll see those tomorrow. And guys, I am beat. I'm turning in. And that's it for this video. And I want to thank all of you for coming along with me. It's amazing that you're coming along with me. And if you've made it this far in the video and you're not a subscriber yet, maybe you should subscribe. I'll see you down the road.